Hello and welcome to Easy Stories in English, the show that will take your English from okay to good and from good to great. I am Ariel Goodbody, your host for this show. Today, I am going to tell you a story. The story is called, the name of the story is The 12 Months. Okay? So 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 12 months. Months are parts of the year. So the months are January, February, March, April, May, and so on. And now, when I am making this video, it is May. May is a very important month because my birthday is in May. So May is Ariel's birthday. Woo! Okay. So also in this story, there are months and there are seasons. So there are 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So they are the 4 parts of the year. Okay? So spring is now. In spring, there are lots of flowers. Something is happening next door. So in spring, there are lots of flowers. In summer, there is lots of sun. Oh, lovely, warm sun. And in summer, you can wear your sunglasses. Okay. In autumn, there are lots of leaves everywhere. So the leaves on the trees are brown. These are the leaves, okay? So on the trees, the leaves go brown and they fall down. And in winter, it is cold. There is lots of snow. It snows in winter. And in winter, you can make a snowman. Hello, Mr. Snowman. So these are the 4 seasons. Now it is spring, okay? So in the UK, it is about 10 to 15 degrees. Okay? So good temperature, not hot and not cold. Perfect. So let's start the story. Once upon a time, there were 2 girls. Long hair, very long hair. Oh, she had very long hair. Okay. And a nice dress. Okay? So the first girl was called Maria. And the second girl had short hair. She is angry. Okay? And a big dress. Okay? So the second girl was called Helena. Okay? And the two girls were sisters. Okay? They lived together in a house. But they were orphans. They had no mother and they had no father. Maybe their mother died, maybe their father died, maybe the mother and father threw the girls out. I don't know, but they were orphans, okay? Maria was a very, very good girl. She was very nice. She always smiled. She gave presents to people. She did nice things. She was always happy and nice. Helena was very, very bad. She was mean. She was nasty. She never smiled. She always frowned. And she never gave presents. But she did steal things. She stole Maria's things. Very bad. Okay. So it was January. It was winter. It was really, really cold. So the two girls were inside, okay? Because inside there was a fire. Yeah, they had a fire inside, so it was not cold inside. But Helena really did not like Maria. She hated Maria. Even though Maria was her sister, Helena hated her. I told you, Helena is really bad. And Helena thought, in the house, it is warm, but I want it to be more warmer. I want it to be hot. And Maria is in the house and she is stealing my warmth. Yeah? There is warmth in the house. Warmness, and now it's 50% for Helena and 50% for Maria. So Helena thought, if Maria leaves, I will have 100% all the warmth. I told you. Helena is bad and she is a bit stupid. Okay? So, Helena wanted Maria out. She wanted Maria to leave. So one day, Helena said, Maria, I want violets. I want violets. So violets are flowers, okay? Violets are purple flowers. This colour is purple or violet. Because violets are purple, we can say purple, we can say violet as well. Okay? So she wanted violets. But Maria said, oh, Maria wants an egg. Maria said, Helena, it's January. There are no violets in January. It's cold. It's snowing. Yeah, it's snowing. It's cold. There are no violets. But Helena said, go. I want violets now. Go to the forest and bring me violets. If you don't bring me violets, I will beat you, hit again and again. Bum, 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 bum. Actually, Helena had big red gloves. Yeah, she had boxing gloves. Okay, I told you she's really bad. So, if you don't go, I will beat you up. Okay, so Maria thought, okay, she went to the forest. So in the forest there are lots of trees. Okay, but on the trees there were no leaves, okay, because it was winter and it was cold. And there was a lot of snow. So Maria searched and searched, and she walked and she walked, and it was so cold, and she shivered. Yeah, she shivered, okay? But she did not find violets. But after walking for a long, long time, she saw a fire. A small fire. And around the fire were 12 men. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There were 12 men, okay? And there was a big stone, and one man was sitting on the stone, and the 12 men were sitting around the fire. Maria said, ooh, ooh, I'm so cold. Please, please, can I join you? Can I sit by the fire? And the man on the stone said, of course, my child, come, join us. So Maria went into the circle, and the man asked her, why are you in the forest? It is January. It is winter. It is freezing cold. So cold. Why are you in the forest? And Maria said, I'm looking for violets. And the man said, why? It's January. There are no violets. And Maria said, my sister Helena wants me to bring her violets. And she says, if I don't bring her violets, she will beat me up. So the man said, oh dear, that is very bad. Okay, we will help you. And the man, he got off the stone and he changed places with the third man. Okay, so the 1, 2, third man. They changed places. This man came off the stone and the third man went on the stone. Because this man was January and this man was March. So January and March changed places and March sat on the big stone. And suddenly everything changed. There was no snow. There was beautiful green grass. Beautiful green grass. And the trees had some green on them. Had a bit of green. And Maria saw that the fire was a bit bigger. The fire had grown a bit. And there were violets. So Maria said, oh, thank you so much. And she went and she collected the violets. And she said, bye. And she went home to Helena. And she gave the violets to Helena. Okay? And Helena said, huh? Because Helena thought she will die in the forest. But she didn't die. She came back with violets. And Helena asked, where did you find the violets? And Maria said, in the forest. There are lots of violets in the forest. Okay. So Helena tried again. She wanted Maria out. So the next day she said, Maria, I want strawberries. Strawberries. Oh, I love strawberries. So strawberries are red. And green. Delicious. Okay. So Helena said, I want strawberries. And Maria said, Helena, it's January. There are no strawberries. Right? There are no strawberries. It's cold. It's snowing. There are no strawberries. But Helena said, go to the forest and bring me strawberries. I'm hungry. I want strawberries. Okay then. So Maria went to the forest, but of course, in the forest, it was snowing. It was cold. There were no strawberries. And again, Maria looked and looked and looked, and she got colder and colder and colder until she saw the fire with the 12 men sitting around it, the 12 months. So again, she said, please, can I sit with you? Please, can I join you? I am really cold. And January said, huh, you again? Why are you here? Why are you in the forest? It's cold, it's snowing. And Maria said, my sister Helena wants me to bring her strawberries. And January said, oh, there are no strawberries in January. It is winter, there are no strawberries. But January said, okay, we will help you. So this time, January changed places with the 6th month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the 6th month is called June. So June and January changed places, and June sat on the big rock, and suddenly everything changed. The snow was gone. There was no snow. And the trees had lots and lots of green. Lots of green, and the sun shone. Nice and hot. The sun shone, and on the ground there were delicious strawberries. So Maria said, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And she went and took the strawberries and she went home. Again, Helena was surprised. Huh? Why are you here? There are no strawberries in January, but Maria had strawberries. So Helena asked, where did you find the strawberries? And Maria said, in the forest. There were lots of strawberries in the forest. So Helena, she took the strawberries and ate them all like a pig. Okay. So again, Helena wanted Maria out. So the next day, Helena said, Maria, I want apples. Apples are red or green, usually red. Apples are very popular in the UK. Okay, I want apples. And Maria said, Helena, it's January. There are no apples. There's snow. It's cold. There are no apples. But Helena said, go to the forest and bring me apples. I'm hungry for apples. So Maria went to the forest, and it was cold and it snowed, and she looked and looked and looked, but she did not find any apples. She did find the fire with the 12 men around it. Okay? And January said, okay, hello again, Maria. Maria said, can I sit with you? Can I join you? I'm cold. And January said, of course, come. You are a friend now. You are our friend. Okay? Maria said, thank you, thank you. And January said, okay, this time, what does Helena want? Yeah, she wanted violets, she wanted strawberries. Now, what does she want? Okay, and Maria said she wants apples. So January said, okay, and he changed places with, one moment, the 10th month. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He changed places, not that one, he changed places with the 10th month, and the 10th month is called October. Okay? And suddenly, everything changed. There was no snow. It was not cold. Well, it was a bit cold, okay? There was not green on the trees. No green. All the leaves on the trees were brown. Brown leaves. They were red. And they were orange. And the leaves fell. The leaves fell. But on one tree, there were lots of red apples, delicious red apples. So January said, quick, quick, go and shake the tree. So Maria shook the tree and 2 apples fell down. Okay? And January said, go, go. So Maria took the 2 apples and went home. And Helena, this time, Helena was not surprised, but Helena was angry. Helena said, Maria, I wanted lots of apples, not 2 apples. You only brought me 2 apples? Do you love me? Do you love your sister? But Helena, she took the apples and ate them. And Helena said, Maria, where did you get the apples? Maria said, in the forest. So Helena said, fine. I am still hungry. I want more apples. So Helena went into the forest and she searched for apples. And it was cold, really cold, and it snowed. And here is Helena. And all the snow covered her. But she shook herself and she saw the fire, okay, with the 12 men around it. So she went to the fire and she did not say, please, can I join you? She went to the fire and warmed herself. She took all the warmth. And January said, "Why are you in the forest?" And Helena said, "It's none of your business. Why do you want to know? It's none of your business." And she did not say thank you. She went into the forest and she looked, okay? And again, the snow covered her. The snow covered her all up. And Helena cried, "Help, help, help!" But nobody helped her. The 12 men heard Helena, but they did not help her. So Maria was at home, alone, no Helena, and in the house it was warm, it was hot, because Maria had all the warmth for herself. And Helena never came home. And Maria lived happily ever after. The end. Did you like the story? I love this story. This story is from Slavic countries. So Slavic countries are Poland, Czechia, Slovakia, Russia, and so on. These are all Slavic countries. And this story, the 12 months, is a Slavic story, okay? So the meaning of the story is be good, say please, say thank you, but also the months and the seasons are important, yeah? Maybe in January you want strawberries. Now, these days, now you can buy strawberries in January, but the strawberries probably come a long way, maybe from Africa. In the UK, the strawberries might come from Africa or Peru, and maybe they taste not so good. So it is better to think about the seasons. I think, anyway. I like the story. I hope you liked the story as well. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can listen to the podcast Easy Stories in English at easystoriesinenglish.com. See you soon.